here we go. We are going to begin on Thursday, and I am going to check a certain character's mental state. Well, I'm just going to roll dice for something. I shouldn't tell you what, but I will. Oh. I will jump into Thursday unless I am missing something important. And technically, I can ask you what your characters are doing, but as I recall, you were planning on some kind of direct action.
I believe so.
So, as we played last time, the three characters gained a pretty good psychological profile of Dr. Vordal. You have a pretty good idea of her priorities and maybe not all the details. I think the biggest mystery is why was there a mutual killing at all? But that's not considered a primary mystery, just an unknown. What matters,
Exactly.
what matters is how has she responded, and it seems as though she responded by basically inserting agents of influence into the police, into the gangs, and or at least this network, just so everything would quiet down. And however, that extended her network much farther than it ever was before, and has a lot more opportunity for things to need to keep being corrected. Because, first of all, it's farther away, and second, because she's dealing with people who don't know her and therefore are not going to be very good at carrying out, the right things that she wants.
Mm-hmm. Like the people close there would know what she means, and she doesn't have to explain. She says the way she thinks it, and they're like, "Oh, this," and do it.
Yeah.
New people is like, "Fuck does that mean?"
Exactly, and since it's a chemical command, it means they kind of do things in a sort of boring and automatic and not necessarily competent way. So,
as with their associates, we sort of worked with.
Exactly. Now, that is a very good question. What do you plan, in fact, to do to Heba or with Heba Lund? I mean, how many more crimes against humanity were you planning on committing?
Well,
all of them?
As bad as necessary. No, but really, I mean, I think, and I do think I mentioned this last time. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. It was that using her to get her in contact with Wardall to get Wardall to a place of our choosing as a setup to set like that is that I would say that this Silver Lancer at least suggested plan of action.
So where is she now? Did we take her to Mir's place, or?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
If we pick up from where we were, then you are all at Moore's place, and we are moving into the beginning of Thursday, depending on how you want to operate with sleep and stuff like that.
Mm.
See, we did create a counter agent, even if it's like one situation only.
Correct. You have your poison that Silverlanson made for her blades, and you have the counter agent. Do you want to tell me what does the device look like? How does it work? Is it? Please don't tell me it's the old school flit, the plunger thing that you pump clouds with a plunger.
No, I don't think so.
I know. I agree. But what is it?
I think it's gonna be some sort of like there are those infra or ultrasound devices that can keep away mosquitoes. It's probably a modified version of that.
Ah, okay.
Which is like either that or some sort of like there are also like battery-driven like a mosquito repellent that just like do a slow burn of a compound that keeps the mosquitoes away. Like easy enough to do something along those lines in just like a technical thing.
Sure, but what does it look like? Does it look like a little lantern, or does it look like you know?
Yes, so probably like something between a lantern and a humidifier.
Ah.
So it can like once we kick it, like turn it on, then it will start dispersing, which would be why it's going to have a limited load on it for steam.
It only carries so much. Right. Right.
Indeed.
Right. And you rushed all the wiring and things, so who knows how long that is going to last. It will have to be replaced and made permanent if you want a permanent thing later.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's consider that I have checked the rules. The rules for things and breaking materials are perfect for all devices like this. Because any effect like mind control or poison or anything has a rank, just like a material. And so the rules for breaking materials are absolutely perfect for anything like that. I don't have to change a single rule. It's all right there. So I'm ready for that.
Oh yeah, that was what we did with like I wanted a certain effect, but with what the cost restraints and all that, we had like a lot more limited.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let us get to what is going to happen then. I asked, what are you going to do with Hebalund, who is not really, don't think of her as your puppet. You have actually reduced the impact of the mind control on her very briefly as part of the testing.
Okay, so even either convince her to it's like to get back at Vordal for doing this to her, to sort of like trick her, like call her just to a place, or maybe just instruct her like you have to get your boss here, like depending on how strong or like it reasserts itself, the
Right.
mind control effect. So it's either like trying to convince through argument or through like a subversion or trickery, like some sort of combination of those both.
Okay. Well, if you begin with just argument, then she is all for cooperating with you. She's ready to cooperate with you, but she's been doing a little bit of thinking, and as far as she's concerned, it's time for her to get out of Sweden, which is annoying to her because she really likes Sweden and she's a citizen and has been here all her life and has no intention of going away, but now she has to. The reason she has to is because now that she's got her brains back and is thinking clearly, she knows that the network is going to replace the guys who fled with Max Madoyan. Max Madoyan is like the Dracula of this consolidated network, or maybe across a lot of them, and is going to come to Norrköping to fix this problem, reorganize the network, and Max Madoyan does not mind making examples of people. She's not sure if he's Armenian or from Azerbaijan. Hebalund's politics are a little bit vague in which one of those countries is which anyway. So therefore, she says, from over there, one of those places is where he's from. And she speaks of him with great fear and is willing to help you, but she wants to get out of here.
Which has to help us get Wardell first.
Yeah.
Before she can get out.
Yeah, she's good with that.
After that, I'm going to refer this to my dear colleagues.
Okay, I see. Okay, then I think we need to. What is it that you want her to? Well, actually, it's pretty straightforward. It's very late at night. She has an emergency number. It's actually somebody here in Norrköping whom she's supposed to contact, who is going to get in touch with Vordal. She doesn't have direct contact with her. So what she can do is make a telephone call and tell this person that there is a big problem. And that, Dr. Vordal needs to be, here. Where do you want her to go?
It would be secluded enough, to prevent collateral damage. Somewhere actually, I don't actually know in real life. That's why I'm asking. Bring up on that.
What do you think, everyone?
Yeah, that's
probably the big park.
A park?
No, yeah, the city park by the Matthias Church.
Yeah.
Folkparken?
Yeah, that's the one. I don't remember the actual name of it.
Aylin,
but that could...
Aylin, what were you going to say a minute ago?
No, I don't think I have a good suggestion. So
okay.
if we're gonna do this at night, or
I'd imagine so,
yeah.
Immediately, right?
Yeah,
sure.
The folk park, it would be sort of reliant on it being at night to be less collateral. Otherwise, daytime, this time of year, a lot of people. It's probably going to be people at night.
I think you have different sort of industrial areas also up in towards the harbor.
Oh, actually,
towards these sort of places.
Yeah, actually up towards where, either there or up behind Överskottsbolaget. Finspångsvägen, out that side, there are a bunch of old... Actually, that's where Mer has his base.
I was going to say, putting her right on top of the factory, if you want to put her there. There are some open spaces there, though. Like around on those big fields that you can see from the trails after the mini golf place.
Oh, right? The football and golf fields.
Right, there's some open fields there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably one of those areas, sort of the light industrial sort of.
Yeah. There's industrial stuff, but it's also the extreme western end of Himmelstalund.
Yeah.
Right.
Easy access from Linköping as well. Just go straight up and then turn off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good sort of area.
Okay. Wow. That is the best she can do. She can make that call and say, I don't know what that guy's going to tell her, and I don't know how important this is to her. But what she tells the guy is she goes ahead and uses as much truth as she can and says, there's somebody coming who's going to be absolutely terrible. And I have brought him. I can bring him out to that spot. This is where she's lying. I'll bring him out to that spot and you can deal with him there. But if you don't, he's going to totally reverse. He's going to be a big problem. She may be overplaying how articulate she is, because technically she wouldn't be this competent in the details of what she's saying if she was truly under the control. But she's speaking to someone who is under control. So therefore,
right.
that isn't going to be that won't be a trigger to Vordal. or it's something for her to notice. I was just thinking, how is this going to work? And then I realized, oh wait, it's getting filtered for somebody who's been mind controlled to make everything work.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
In that case, I think all we can do is sort of head out there.
Mm-hmm. This is, you guys are moving quick, so all my Thursday things really aren't happening yet. I will remind
Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to say it's coming into midnight, so it will be Thursday, just so I don't feel like we're stuck in Wednesday forever. But the interesting point is that you do know, Silverlandsen, Nina has an appointment on Thursday for the psychologist, for the criminal psychology consultant. And that's the only scheduled thing for any of your characters. As Lund finishes her phone call, she becomes very passive for a little while. If you try to communicate with her, she will say, well, this isn't right. I need to go home. I've finished my work. I need to go home and get some sleep. I have work tomorrow. And she says it in a very straightforward way. She says, please help me. I need to go home.
Do you want to handle this, or do I my dear colleagues, do you want to handle this, or should I take charge here?
It does feel like
she's already talked to the guy and called Vordal. Is it a problem if she goes home?
Could be in the future. Like, see, she's still part of the network.
Yeah.
She does seem to be terrified of both the new guy coming from the network and Vordal to some degree. So, yeah, we can let her go.
Well, if you agree with that, certainly. I was just thinking that she, hasn't delivered anything yet, and she could work a while more, until we get the contact.
All right.
She repeats herself using exactly the same words without any stress and saying, I'm glad I could be helpful. It's an honor to meet you, Mur, she says. Mm-hmm. Can you please take me home? I have to have work. I do have work tomorrow.
We're gonna take her home, but we're gonna head to a different place first. So she better get into the car and sit there for a while.
She repeats herself the same way. Yeah, I think. Whoever she talked to has some sort of way to reinstate control or reaffirm control, I think.
Either that, or the fact is that all of her obedience was just a function of you testing the device. And it's not going to break it unless you want this to be the only use of the device. Which I don't think you want, that this is the only use of the device.
True. We did do that slight test on her. We did.
Right. That was, just so you know, the result of your reason double check.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I was playing the result of the reason double check. But that's over now, so that effect is gone.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But okay, that's like the thing Mer can key in on that.
I think so.
All right.
It's your device. It's like, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just supposed to be like just do a little recall of like the last minutes. Like, when did she just read her body language and all that from when she starts speaking like that? Like, okay, I think I have a very limited effect here, but that does seem to be what's happened. So, I'm just gonna send a message to the Silverlandsen and Vrinivind, and that, like, yeah, I think we're probably not gonna get much more out of her unless we use the device again, because the effect seems to have worn off. So
Seems reasonable.
It's going to be a limited use if we just keep it just a little bit, and then we might not be able to use it later when it really matters. But we have a potential in, so I think we could. We know where she lives.
Is she gonna, the thing is she gonna tell Vårdal if she goes home and warn her? And is that...
Oh, that is a good question, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one of us should just go with her.
Yeah, I don't know, but
just
maybe...
in case.
Yeah.
Or just take it with her. Take her with us. Keep her
All
in the
right.
car, without the phone. Safe.
Yeah, and they might need her to be visible out there before they show up.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will tell her that, like, yeah,
we're going somewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna need to go somewhere first.
Yeah. We're getting you home.
Okay.
We're just going on a little trip first.
Okay. Well, actually, if you take from Mur's factory onto Riksvägen, if you take that, then it's almost exactly like going to Kniepen. So,
Yeah,
I was
go there
wrong
anyway.
before. It is in Kniepen. I had forgotten that Kniepen actually extends into the area I was thinking about. Okay, so we are able, I think, to get into the van, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
The Mur van, and head for Himmelstalund. Actually, you know what? You don't even have to go onto the highway. You can just go through the roads. It's only a few blocks from Mur, right? And they're residential. There's these little streets that you go through.
Yeah, especially since Mur's, like the industries park is probably on the back end of that whole industrial estate,
Exactly.
which means like a kind of small road. You come out by like the Vocastic.
I am thinking of
shop.
this little beat up parking lot that I know, right at the edge of Himmelstalund.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this little old parking lot that has grass growing, between the cracks.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. I think I know the place. Or a similar place, at least.
All right. Well, I don't know if my maps will help.
Actually, let me just grab you my Google Maps link. I'll post that.
Oh, okay.
That is the general area.
Okay, let me take a look at that.
Yeah, this works pretty good as even I can visualize sort of how they would have drawn the areas.
I agree. Yeah, I think that's my impression as well. So, it will take about 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be an uncertain wait for you because you don't really know. But if a person received an emergency call at midnight in Linköping and had to get a little bit ready and come up as quickly as possible, it would probably be a little bit less than 1 hour.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
You may be getting either irritated or whatever. I don't know your response, but Lund will repeat several times the same request in sort of very reasonable tones, very reasonable way of asking, that she feels that she has been very helpful, and that she is ready to go back. She needs to be ready for work tomorrow.
And I suppose we have time to hide the van and sort of get ready for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw it was sort of a dead end in dead-end streets. We
Yes,
could
it
probably
is. Yeah.
Come up with something.
So the question is, yes, if you go effectively toward almost the center of that map where the road ends, there are, let's see, am I in the right spot? Right, there are a couple of the stores. Well, a lot of those little houses, though, are still houses, but in the middle, in that big blank spot, that's mostly just parking lots and so you would and sort of open spaces off the map at the very bottom of the map. Oh wait, no, if we're going out to the far left of the map, that road that goes out to the far left, correct? That's where it butts up against Himmelstalund on the far left center of the map. That's where the little that's the little parking lot area. Yeah, so it's pretty open, and you're reasonably far away from houses and things like that.
Is it where it says Lundshagen? Minigolf?
Let's see here.
Yeah, that is to the left of the sort of where the place puts you if you open the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So it's there, like around that place, or is it out on the field?
That's a good question.
I don't want to say field, like the it looks like a circular area north of the colony lots, west of the bilverkstad.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of a like the road seems circular, but it's like a square area.
It's a bit of like a turnaround spot.
Okay.
That's where I imagine.
I'm making sure if I'm looking at the little parking lot by the flooring store, but then you would walk out on the trail.
Yeah.
And so where did you want to go?
I can actually imagine we might be up trail to that. As you mentioned, that one like parking space or whatever it seems to be. It seems to be like both shaded by the trees and then like in the sun.
Yeah.
On the image.
It's also like it's a lit track.
Right. Okay.
So there, because we can have the van might be in there, one might be hiding. I think someone should be hiding in the forest behind, so they would drive up on the road and they get cut off.
Yeah.
So
we could even walk there from our place.
Yeah, I know. But the point is,
close.
You guys are a conspicuous site to walk. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Really?
There is a parking lot like close to the mini golf place, so little the shaded area.
Yeah, I think there's enough trees and things for us to not be so obvious when she arrives.
Exactly. That's where
Okay.
I'm thinking.
You'll have to help me a bit because I'll be shuffling papers and things in terms of locations.